Ah, Egypt. The thrill of seeing the pyramids for the first time, wandering through the ancient sites, immersing yourself in the color and life of the city and villages, and of course, the allure of the eternal Nile. Are you planning a trip to Egypt but have a few questions on your mind? Is it safe? How do I prepare? What should I expect? I'm Laura Ranieri-Roy, and I'm an Egyptologist who's been leading tours for about 15 years to Egypt, and I'm here to answer some of these burning questions. Number one, is Egypt safe? I get this all the time, of course. My answer is yes. You know, it's natural to have apprehension. There's been so much going on in the world. There's the conflict in Gaza. However, if you look at a map, Cairo, Aswan, Luxor are a long way from the conflict, separated by an enormous desert. It is safe from all of the unrest there. Don't take my word for it, though. Here's what my travelers have to say.
And are you scared? No. Very, very safe.
The Egyptian government takes your safety very seriously. Question number two, what health precautions should I take when planning a trip to Egypt? Well, this is a simple one. You don't need very much, especially if you're on a first-class organized tour and staying in good hotels on the beaten track. Tetanus should be up to date. Also, your Hep A and B. Now, there are a few additional pieces of advice I have for you. Definitely, you do not want to drink the tap water when you're staying in Egypt, even at the first-class hotels. You're okay to have ice in your drink if you're in a first-class hotel and eat the salad. But when you're venturing off the beaten path to other restaurants, be a little careful. Question number three. What about money and tipping? What should I know? Okay, well, USD is the currency you will need in Egypt. That is what you want to bring. Bring USD, bring lots of $1. And in terms of tipping, we cover a lot of tips in our tours. But if someone helps you, it's good to give them a couple of dollars. Also, for the drivers you have every day, our rule is if you're happy, $3 to $5. The wonderful Egyptologist guides would be $5 to $10 a day if you're very happy with their service. These are just guidelines, but whatever you do, be generous. Egypt has had a very hard time economically.
Question four, what should I buy in Egypt? And any tips on bargaining?
Well, this is a fun one. Oh my goodness, there are so many wonderful things you can bring home, a piece of ancient history. And some of my favorites are, well, the wonderful statues. Do you know in the 19th century, they used to bring home bits of mummies? Well, you can't do that anymore, nor can you bring back antiquities, but you can get lovely statues of gods in different natural stone. And you can also, what I love is bringing back alabaster, the same type that they made the beautiful treasures of Tutankhamun. These make translucent lamps. You can put a candle in here and it shines beautifully.
When it comes to shopping, I can't forget, ladies, you must check out the gold and silver jewelry. It's fantastic there. I have lots of beautiful jewelry, and it's a very good bargain in Egypt. One of the things many tourists like to bring back, it's so special, are necklaces with your name in a cartouche. Cartouche was where the pharaohs used to write their names, but you can have the name of your friend, your mother, your sister, written in a cartouche, all of the letters, and it's very, very special, different designs, so don't miss the jewelry shopping.
The cotton products are lovely. I have dozens of these beautiful pashminas. They are fantastic. Make sure they are from Egypt and not China when you're shopping in the markets. And also the aromatic spices. Now, if you're not interested in shopping, what I recommend is keep on your sunglasses, look ahead, don't engage with the vendors. However, if you want to get in there and play and bargain, great. Usually offer 50% of what they say is the price as a starting point, and you can haggle a little from there. And be sure to bring back a piece of ancient Egypt in a lovely artifact from your trip.
Question number five, what should I wear and pack for Egypt? Well, getting ready for a trip causes a lot of anxiety sometimes, so I'll just tell you some of the essential items. First of all, you have to think about the climate. When are you traveling to Egypt? Between April and September. It is very hot. You need very lightweight cotton clothing if you're going in the summer months. Be prepared to tour early in the morning and take a break by about 11 for that midday heat. It may be as high as 40 or 50 degrees even, very hot. But if you're traveling during more temperate times, October through April, that's great. You can expect spring to summer-like conditions. However, you will want to wear a lot of cotton and linen. Long sleeve shirts for both men and women are preferred. Modest attire. If you're going into conservative sites and mosques, ladies, it's good to have a little shawl. Do not expose your shoulders or below the knees. Also, be sure to bring comfortable shoes. It's really important. You will be walking through sand on uneven surfaces, walking through archaeology sites. You need good hiking shoes or good running shoes at the very least. You want to be comfortable to be active in all of those sites. Apart from that, the other things you can put in your luggage, maybe a small flashlight if you're going through the tombs and to highlight certain of the reliefs on the walls. Definitely bring a power adapter. You want to make sure your power adapter will work with Egyptian plugs, so you can plug in your cell phone, your phone, and your laptop during your tour. That's important. So don't stress. Bring layers of clothing, a little hoodie for the colder days, maybe a jacket if you're there in December or January when it can get kind of chilly. Question number 6. What's it like to climb into a pyramid? One of the most exciting experiences you can have. Did you know that there's over 100 pyramids in Egypt? It's not just the Giza Plateau. So there are quite a few you can choose from, some with different levels of difficulty than others. So don't be afraid. There's a pyramid for every ability, as we tell our travelers. If you want to challenge yourself with a tough, exciting Indiana Jones style experience, definitely travel to Dashur for the older pyramids of King Snefru and try the bent pyramid. Oh my goodness, is that exciting. You have to crawl way down a tunnel and up and along these passageways. Very exciting. Also, the Red Pyramid presents a challenge. The Great Pyramid really shouldn't be missed by anyone who can handle it. There is quite a bit of crouching and crawling through, but we've had many people in their 70s and even early 80s do it successfully. These are challenging pyramids, the Dashur pyramids, the Great Pyramid. However, if you say, I'm really a little bit worried, I want an easier pyramid, go to Saqqara and go to the Pyramid of Unas from the 5th dynasty. It's just a little bit of a descent. You crawl through into a chamber where you can stand up and you can see beautiful pyramid texts. This is where they started working out their books of the dead. So find a pyramid at the ability that you're comfortable with, experience this, and if you don't want to go in, that's okay. There's plenty of wonderful things to be seen all around the exterior of the pyramids too. Question number 7. Am I too old to travel to Egypt? I get this from a lot of seniors who are considering our tour, and I always say, no. Not if you're able to do a little bit of walking, get in and out of a coach. There's no long hikes up mountains or anything completely athletic that you are obliged to do on a tour. Egypt is a great destination for ages 9 to 90. And certainly our tours, our travelers tend to be early 40s or late 30s, all the way to the early 80s, sometimes older, and they all have a fabulous time. If you're a senior and you only want limited physical activity, it's okay. Walk out to the sites with us. We walk around, we tell stories. You can get a lot out of a trip to Egypt just by standing before the pyramids, going to the temple of Hatshepsut on the west bank of the Nile, walking along the Avenue of the Sphinxes, seeing the temple of Luxor, having a drink in the Winter Palace. All of these special experiences are great for all ages. Come to Egypt at any age. Question number 8. What are the Egyptian people like? Oh my goodness, I love the Egyptian people. They are so warm and friendly, and they're funny. They make me laugh. Some of the vendors in the marketplace, hey, can I help you spend your money? Or come, take a look at my rubbish. They have lots of jokes to engage with you. They're fun. You will enjoy the Egyptians. Most of them speak very good English. In fact, because they've had tourism in their country for so many centuries, Everyone comes to Egypt. They know so many languages, you can hardly stump them. They'll guess your nationality. They know English, French, Italian, German. You'll find Egyptians who picked up a smattering of everything. You don't have to learn Arabic. Enjoy the Egyptians. They're lovely people. Question number 9. What experiences should I not miss in Egypt? There are so many wonders in Egypt, so many things to see. Most tours will include, of course, the pyramids of Giza, Saqqara, the Valley of the Kings, Philae Temple, Abu Simbel, but there's so much more. One of my little favorite secret spots is El Moise Street, and I love walking our travelers along. In the middle of Khan el-Khalili, this was the walled city built by the Fatimids, and within it you can walk through a huge concentration of medieval Islamic architecture that will blow your mind. It is stunning, it is vibrant, it is dynamic, and I have a special dining place there too. Also, there's this little oasis of calm. Actually, it's quite big. It's Ibn Tulum Mosque, and it is beautiful, beautiful, the second oldest in Cairo. And you can go there and forget there's this huge bustling city outside. Just outside the main courtyard of the mosque, there is this ancient minaret. We're talking about 9th century. And there's an exterior staircase you can climb up and get stunning views of the city. Beside the Ibn Tulum Mosque with its minaret, you can go to the Geyer Anderson Museum. It's 2 17th and 18th century Islamic homes that have been restored, and is this stunning museum of different rooms with gorgeous furnishings and a little museum inside it. Don't miss Geyer Anderson. In Luxor, you can go and see Medinet Habu. It's the last great temple of Egypt, and usually there are fewer crowds than at the other site. Going to Aswan, you will no doubt visit Philae Temple. But what about going across the river and going up to the tombs of Kebet el-Hawa from the Old Kingdom and Middle Kingdom? You'll walk along the crest of the hill. You'll see these beautiful little jewels of tombs and stunning views of the Nile, where it's wide at Aswan. And while you're there, you can visit a 4th century monastery of San Simeon. And we like to do that on our tours on camelback in the early morning. It's really beautiful. All these experiences are great. This is how we make our tours a little bit different, more customized. We go to special Sufi dancing shows that are non-touristy, and all sorts of other great stops. So don't miss these secret sites of Egypt. And our final question, number 10, why should I plan a trip to Egypt now? Now is such an exciting time to see Egypt. Even if you were there 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20, you won't recognize it. Everything has been transformed, rejuvenated, cleaned, reopened. We have the Grand Egyptian Museum at the foot of the Giza pyramids, the greatest archaeological museum in the world, housing all of Tutankhamun's treasures together for the first time. Avenue of the Sphinxes in Luxor, 2 kilometers of sphinx-headed guardians all lit up at night. To go to Luxor Temple at night is a dream. It's so romantic. We've had people fall in love at Luxor Temple at night. Wonderful new places to see, sights to enjoy. The Giza Plateau itself has been reimagined, transformed to better accommodate tourists more comfortably. Walkways around all 3 pyramids. Be one of the first to see this resplendent new Egypt, everything cleaned up and ready for you. And if you are thinking of a tour, I hope you may consider one of my small group tours. We ensure an unforgettable experience with care and beautifully curated experiences every step of the way. If you're thinking of Egypt or returning to Egypt, don't just think, do it. Come to Egypt.